So my name is Daragh Doyle and I'm an interfaith celebrant, and I do ceremonies for people of all faiths and none. I did a 2-year training program with the One Spirit Interfaith Foundation, and the ethos behind that is that we do ceremonies for people of all faiths and none. So you or your partner can be from any background or different backgrounds, and the idea is that we learn about your story and your journey as a couple, and we put all that together to make a really meaningful and also a bit of a fun ceremony for you. I'm also a registered solemniser with the HSE, which means that I can carry out the legal aspect of the wedding. I'm very passionate about ceremony, and the ceremony sets the energy for your wedding day. So the first key things that you need to do for a civil ceremony are, number one, you need to identify your venue, and your venue needs to be registered with the HSE to carry out a legal wedding, and nearly all recognised wedding venues in Ireland are registered with the HSE. The second thing you need to do is you need to identify a solemniser, and I am a solemniser, which means that I can carry out the legal aspect of the wedding. You then go to your local marriage registration office and you set up an appointment, and they will bring you in and they'll do all the key questions. So you need to have your original birth cert, your driving license, proof of address, and then they will issue you with the marriage registration form, better known as the green folder, which will contain all the key information of the venue, the solemniser, your witnesses, and the date of the wedding. So the first key thing to do is to contact a celebrant and a solemniser, which I am. And I will take you through all the key information that you require, be it for the registration of the marriage, for the green folder, but also, and more importantly really, what is your wedding ceremony going to contain? How is it put together? How is it structured? What do you include in it? All of those key things to make a really meaningful wedding ceremony on the day. So involving family and friends in your ceremony is a really key component for the energy of the ceremony, and there's many ways you can do that. For example, you can have family members, often the mothers, light the individual candles in the unity candle. You can have family and friends carrying out the readings or prayers, or the short reflections prayers of the faithful. And sometimes people will have musicians in their family, and they can also be involved from a musical perspective. So the following would be an overview of the type of ceremony that I normally do. So the ceremony would normally involve 4 to 5 pieces of music, 2 to 3 poems, shorter reflections, and we also include many rituals, such as the remembrance candle for loved ones who have passed on, the unity candle, the sand ceremony, the love letter and wine ceremony, the rose ceremony, and there are many more options to include in your ceremony. So we have the welcome part of the ceremony where we welcome you and your family and friends. And then we will move into the poetry aspect of the wedding. And then we will move into your story and journey, which is a really key aspect of the wedding ceremony and makes it very personal to you. We will then move into the legal aspect and the solemnizing of the wedding, and then into your personal vows. And then we may have another ritual, such as the romantic time capsule ceremony, the signing of the register, and then we move in possibly to the shorter reflections prayers of the faithful, and we then move into a closing of the ceremony. And the music then is included throughout the ceremony. And the key thing to remember is that most of the choice in relation to the ceremony is down to you as the couple. I will work with you, I will give you advice, but the final ceremony is you produce. So if you want more information about my services, you can contact me on the following information.